Well, we're loading into yet another heroic challenge for the start of this second to last episode of Skylanders Spyro's Adventure Soul Seekers here on the channel. This is a moment where I realised I left my TV volume on, so the gameplay audio might have echoed for a mere moment right now. My sincerest apologies, the TV's now been muted to avoid such a catastrophic failure. Oh shit, I've already lost time. The whole idea is not to break the faces, so we're going to need some accuracy with Trigger Happy over here. Thank you game for all these cutscenes, I really desperately needed this. Yeah, it turns out this version of Trigger Happy is already done for the Stealth Off the Rope challenge, and because I, and no doubt most of you, are not entirely like craving a Stealth Off challenge right now, we're not going to bother tackling it if it's already been completed, even if it's not been on camera and everything. And speaking of stuff done off camera, I did, despite the previous episode being for Game of Glitches.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, that was terrible. But I did go back and off-screen do all of the heroic challenges that Double Trouble did, but I did it as Legend of Trick Happy instead. So he's pretty much done every heroic challenge to this point. Ironically enough, this is actually Double Trouble's heroic challenge being tackled by his predecessor Trigger Happy over here, tackling all these heroic challenges, mind you. This one's going a lot better now. I'm not going a little too Trigger Happy and I'm focusing more on my accuracy than anything at all. So, that being said, we're getting there slowly but surely, but unfortunately, like Roy's heroic challenge is still glitched. I really shouldn't have done that. Oh dear, let's not destroy another painting. I like the sound of that. The problem is that this guy was in such tight quarters, so no wonder why I wound up hitting the fucking painting. But that being said, Lightning Rod's heroic challenge is still glitched, so you're just going to have to use your powers of imagination to pretend that it's completed, and then we'll just pretend that the accolade has been achieved, and that 100% completions are same way in how we're pretending that the Dragon's Peak has 3 stars, even though it doesn't because of the frickin' Xbox 360 glitches. Yeah, I just love those glitches, man. The glitches that stop you from getting the perfect 100% completion save file. I mean, technically, so long as you 3-star all of the main levels, I'm pretty sure you get 100% on your saver file. It's just all of these small little things that add to the completionist within me that I wish I could succeed in, but unfortunately doing such things on the Xbox 360 seems to be asking for too much. Now, the question here is, where's the troll I left behind? He needs a shooting! That's what he needs. Oh, here he is. Put a bullet to the head or two, just like that. The heroic challenge has been completed. I can't believe we're at currently the second to last episode of Spyro's Adventure Soul Seekers. This has been quite a series with a break in between, I do admit, but these last 4 episodes have all came out on the same day. What a mad day for uploads, right? We had one at, you know, midnight, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then 6 o'clock again. So every 6 hours, one of these went live pretty much. So we had a marathon of the final 4 episodes of Spyro's Adventure Soul Seekers now that I finally managed to get off my lazy arse and record all of these heroic challenges one after the other. They do become tedious and repetitive after a while, but I've got to admit, mashing buttons with Trick Happy like crazy has been a ton of fun. So now we have little ugly squid dudes to deal with. Is this Squid Games or what? Survival of the Fittest. Trick Happy to win those games though. He's crazy enough to do well in them, and not bad enough to lose them, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm going to stick with. Trick Happy, win with Squid Game, no questions asked. If you put all of the Skylanders into Squid Game, unfortunately there isn't even enough Skylanders for Squid Games. But of all of them, Trick Happy, easy winner. I think all the other Skylanders would have a bit too much of a conscience. Anyway, we can actually just lob our pots of gold at them rather than needing to worry about bringing bombs over. Far more convenient manner to defeat these fools. Is this not... I can't remember whose road challenge this was. It was either Whirlwinds or Flameslingers. Either character would be really good for this challenge because either character has lobbing type abilities that can hit those characters above ledges. These guys have got to go. Double list of the 5 from Lagoon type setting right now. Also looking at how many enemies I'm shooting with these. Man, this is fun. That is very fun. If you look at the dictionary definition of fun, this here is what you'll find. And I'm glad that I was finally able to incorporate glitch into the name of one of the previous Spyro's Adventure Soul Seekers episodes. It's about time we had some glitches in here. Yeah, it's Trap Team all over again. Spyro's Adventure for Xbox 360 and PS3. I said this before and I'll say it again because it's just that true and that's what makes it funny. Yeah, the funny in the first place is how for Spyro's Adventure for PS3 and Xbox 360 it's the same as Trap Team for literally every system. Not weirdo. The Trap Team way is a league all on its own. let's be fair with each other here. That port was not ready, but they still needed to release on the Wii because that was by far the most popular and in-demand system for the game to be launched on. So not having a Wii version, we shoot themselves in the foot and disappointing a lot of fans. Anyway, let's go back to the bomb. I think the bomb, even from this lower elevation, should be able to hit them.
1 minute remaining.
I'm about to hope so anyway. Ah, yes, get in there. So now we would have opened up that little gate towards the final ugly squid dude, and we can defeat him in this game of squids, or squids in game. Yeah, that's what this guy is. He's a squid in the game. I can't believe I'm even trying to popularise on the popularity of Squid Game anymore. Like, the series is long and gone. The conversation is very much dialed down on it. Netflix had its, massive hit with Squid Game. It became their new Stranger Things. But the problem with Netflix is that they drop everything all at once, and they want to stay fine-tuned with the binge model. They want to get lots of watch hours all at once, but the problem with that is that you don't get the weekly discussion and speculation and theories in between each episode, unlike Disney Plus and how they choose to launch their shows and their scheduling once per week and all that. Marvel shows dropping every Wednesday, for example. So Netflix is killing itself off by just not offering up shows with a long enough lifespan. These shows, they're talked about for 1 to 2 weeks, and then everyone just kind of forgets about them and moves on. And, that means Netflix starts losing subscribers and drops both in its stock price, but everything else, because it's lost subscribers to Disney Plus, HBO Max. I would even say Hulu, but here in the UK we don't have Hulu. Instead, it's an extension of Disney Plus called Star. So we get Disney Plus and Hulu effectively under the same subscription service, and it's still cheaper in the UK than what it is for just Disney Plus alone in the United States. So ha! Take that, Americans, and shove it up your ass. You might have got Mandalorian 6 months before us, but for Star, it is worth it. Star, like Disney Plus, in my opinion, wasn't all that great until Star launched alongside it. Star added some much needed variety to Disney Plus. Like, sure, Disney Plus is a large library, but it is a lot of the same stuff. All of your Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars. You're looking for stuff outside of that and you're going to struggle to find it. Well, not anymore now that it has Star, the platform where pretty much a lot more of the adult content is put on Disney Plus. And at the end of the day, I like watching mature content, I like watching adult content, so having a form for which I can watch it on Disney Plus really opened it up variety-wise and gave me stuff I wanted to watch. And so now with Disney Plus having, in my personal opinion, the most impressive library and most impressive original lineups, it makes Disney Plus easily one of my favourite streaming services of them all. Gave me the opportunity to even watch Phineas and Ferb, which is how I was able to shoehorn in one of those jokes for the previous episode, mind you. Yeah, I'm going crazy right now. This commentary, it's almost as crazy as Trigger Happy. Almost. Anyway. Oh, we got some fools that are in desperate need of death, so I helped them in that manner. This is a really interestingly themed heroic challenge, going around and having to defeat one Spellpunk with every element. Very clever. Once again reinforces for elemental gimmicks that this game was so inclined to follow in its template-based structure. Okay, boom, let's take that, guy down, apparently. The slow and the painful death animation. Well, it's so painful for us anyway, to watch all that. Okay, so we're already down to 5 Spellpunks. This will make it 6. I believe so correctly. For Fire One, I managed to accidentally defeat off screen somehow. That's just the trigger happy way. Oh wow, what a great camera angle that was for a moment there. Okay, where are these final spell punks? There is the Tech one. Interesting spell punk at that. They rain down overpowered lasers. Why the hell did they bring this guy back more for future games? I don't understand. Because he can really screw you over and miss the battle if we ain't paying no attention, that is. Luckily for me, I'm paying attention and Tech. Skylanders Tech, I'm afraid. My little spell punk friend. Who am I kidding? You're no friend of mine. Okay, so where are things for me to blow up? Really appreciate blowing stuff up right now. Blowing stuff up is fun. So we're going to destroy that guy. And then we're going to find out where the undead spellpunk has been hiding the entire time. That's our final one to defeat too. It would have been really cool as well if they had the spellpunks in order of their introduction in the games. Obviously, they go based on, I believe, the elemental sources. So it would be air, water, earth, life. What's after that? Tech, undead, fire, magic. That's it. That's the order right there. Kind of forgot tech in between. I wanted to jump straight to undead, which is ironic given that Trigger Happy is of a tech element. But now we move on to the 24th challenge, which is gonna be not only our third quarter of the way done, but also Charm Hunt for Wamshell. This is a shame. For Double Trouble, this would have been a very easy challenge because he can float over water, thanks to the utilisation of his Soul Gem, the final soul we seeked out in the Card TV series. But unfortunately, I'm playing as Trigger Happy who cannot swim, so Charm's going to be much harder to hook down here. As Callie put it, swimming Skylanders have the advantage, and Trigger Happy unfortunately does not fall under that category. Unlike Wamshell, who this challenge was designed for, given that this is his personal challenge. But it's just really unique how heroic challenges, you truly do tackle them differently with every single Skylander, because some Skylanders can swim, others have fire abilities to defeat zombies. Just the amount of customization they created, depending on your choice of Skylander and its specific element, is really creative and clever, something that they didn't really bother with for future games, and that's a massive disappointment. Like, sure, you still had swimming for heroic challenges, like you had this Charm Hunt return, obviously, in Skylanders Giants. You had to buy it from Morik because it was Wamshell's challenge, and he was one of the Forgotten 8. You could only unlock heroic challenges in that game with coin-based characters, unfortunately. But still, that didn't take away from the fact that you played this challenge differently with all the different Skylanders. The zombie challenge we did a few episodes ago, that would be different with different Skylanders, as not every single Skylander has literal firepower to defeat those zombies with. So yeah, it's just the extra like charm and detail that is wasted in future Skylanders games. Ironically, I use the word charm when those are what we're hunting down right now. Oh yeah, so where's the teleporter? There's something to help me out here. Up we pop. Sweet. Okay, how do we get up there? We can't exactly jump in this game now, can we? Do we have to go all the way back round again? That's going to be tough in a minute 30 with a character as slow as Trigger Happy. Is there a bridge here? Aha! I found the path. I know the way. I'm so disappointed that Knuckles didn't become Ugandan in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's easily the most disappointing aspect of that film, and it went from having a potential 10 out of 10 to now absolutely floundering. What a flunk fest of a film. It's in other words, a 0 out of 10. No Ugandan Knuckles.
1 minute
So,
remaining.
especially since the first film did a great job at incorporating the Sonic memes into it. So not seeing Ugandan Knuckles, massive disappointment, to say the least. What's not disappointing is that they're critical hit buff. Don't mind if we do. If Flameslinger doesn't solo shot Chaos, we are definitely going to bring out Trigger Happy as our backup. For now though, we got more heroic challenges, and we're halfway through the episode already. Now that was, as the Wind's chance will put it, lots of fun. So here we go with Flip the Script. I'm not actually going to flip the script though, I'm going to remain with my regularly scheduled charismatic commentary over here. Deal with it, in words mighty, tough work.
You have to do them in the right order, and the order isn't always the same, and the place is filled with enemies. Good luck.
3, 2,
Okay, right order, easy done. Same as Hex's heroic challenge on honesty, except from this is set in Battlefield rather than Cadaverous Crypt. Wow, what a mix-up. Oh, and there's zombies here too. Kind of goes back to what I was talking about previously, how zombies can only be defeated by fire attacks. There is one tech Skylander capable of such things, that being Drobot with his afterburners. Outside of that though, oh, that actually put the wall, that I was not expecting. But yeah, outside of that, Trigger Happy can't defeat those guys, unfortunately. So yeah, that wasn't the correct teleporter to kick things off with, so let's see where this one takes us instead. Is this also the incorrect one? This is going to annoy me now if it is. Of all the teleport pads, I choose the incorrect one twice in a row. Okay, there we go. Yes, I believe it was in fact the incorrect one again. Just my luck. Right as I thought the luck of the previous episode was at a peak, it seems to have taken a significant drop very quickly and suddenly, like a coaster all over again. Not that I hate coasters though, I love me a good coaster if anything at all, so we'll take it, we'll take the roller coaster of emotions, the ups and downs, luck-wise. One moment you're having the luck of the century, and the next moment you're picking every teleporter except for the correct one. Okay, so that one, I remember which teleporter takes us to that there path. It was this one back here, so that means we just got to simply stand on it again, defeat some fools. Oh, they respawn, that's a nuisance and a half, but the wall does not. So we can waltz right through, tap that button right there, give it a good old tap. And now that being tippity tapped, we can head on back and tap that last teleporter. All these T's, they've got my tongue in a twist. So yeah, we're just going to continue mashing because mashing is fun when I'm number one. And it's hard not to be number one with such mashing skills. And bang! The wall is gone. We've got to teleport back first things first. Very inconvenient gate in the way there. Oh, hi fellas! He kind of came out of nowhere, but Trigger Happy is too good almighty for this crap, so we come through relatively unscathed and got ourselves a log.
Wow. Didn't think you had it in you.
I mean, we'll take it.
I
I just kind of wish there was more to it than just
enjoy the extra power.
a log. And we're gonna play another one. Here we go again, bro. And what we're doing this time around is not Camo's challenge, because instead we got Zoot's challenge. You've stolen my hearts. We got to stop thieves from stealing the jewel hearts.
Can you believe it? Thieves have
Hey, at
stolen
least they're
a
not,
collection of
you
jewel
know,
hearts
giving
made of
away
gold,
my
diamonds,
hearts
and
the
golden
very
lead.
next
Please
day.
track down and catch each one
Once
of these little
again,
creeps so
a
we can
terrible
return
pun,
them
and what
to
makes
their
it even
rightful
more
home.
terrible is that it was a music pun for a beloved song, which I cannot sing, because I cannot sing, period. I'm no Emilia Clarke like that. Yeah, Emilia Clarke featured in a Christmas film all about the George Michael Christmas classics, such as Last Christmas, which obviously the film is aimed after. So I'm going to stop singing before I make your ears bleed, and let's just say Last Christmas was not my most favourite Christmas movie. The twists could be seen from a mile away, and the sudden tonal shift just doesn't work for the film. It's very jarring, and Emilia Clarke's character is just so unlikable that I wind up completely clocking out and not investing in her arc. Like, that's the thing, you gotta make characters, you can't make them perfect, you've gotta have flaws, because that way they have an arc to actually invest in, and perfect characters are just as annoying to audiences as terrible ones, just absolutely terrible people. But you've got to try to find balance, because they've got to be likeable whilst being flawed. If you make a character completely unlikeable, then you don't care about the character arc they're going through. So they've got to have enough charm that you like about them and care about them enough to see them develop and change. But at the same time, you've got to give them some place starting low, so that then they have some place to go from there, and not start off as flawless Mary Susan, like a certain Rey character that nobody likes in Star Wars, and I mean it, nobody likes her, least of all me. I hate the character, I wish she stayed dead. Unfortunately, Disney didn't have the balls to actually kill off Rey, so that was very disappointing. And just like that, we have ourselves our final heart. You can consider him stolen no more. And all my singing is about to be thrown out the window. The window that I shattered with my terrible singing, mind you. So here we go, we're going to be scrolling and scrolling some more bombs to the walls. Now this here is Flameslinger's challenge, and we're going to be seeing a lot of him in the finale. In fact, he's going to be used in the thumbnail for the finale, because hopefully he'll be one-shotted chaos! That was great, I'm proud of that, I should give myself a pat on the back for that one. Okay, we got 25 charms and we got plenty of bombs. Boom! Consider it blown up. I'm gonna grab this bomb right here and do the same for this wall that looked at me funny. Or not. Oh, but it still blew up the wall, so thank God for that. Let's grab the charm. There's our first, hopefully 24 more. Let's hit up the teleport pad. Oh, hello there, my friend. How you doing? Reminds me of a SkyTuber we used to have called Bombo3. I really missed this content, it was incredible. And those of you who remember this SkyTuber, props to you. It's always good to see like old SkyTubers resurface in conversation if they're not making content anymore. In fact, Bombo3 dropped off the face of the planet. He's not only just stopped with Skylanders content, he stopped with content in general over there. So yeah, he was a great SkyTuber whilst it lasted. Not sure if he still watches Skylander videos. If he does, shoutouts to you, my man. You know who you are, watching this right now. I even did a collaboration with him on the channel, which is still live. We did the top 5 Swap Force combinations. We both did a top 5 for that, and I combined the 2 lists to make a top 10. It was a massive blast, and to have to whittle down 256 combinations to just 10, I knew that was too much to ask for one single person to have to conduct on their own, so that's why I enlisted the help of Bombo3 in that collaboration in the first place.
2 minutes.
Bang! Wow, that was loud. I threw myself off with that noise right there. Sudden and explicit, like the explosion itself. That's what makes it onomatopoeia, you see. A word that, when pronounced, sounds like the noise it's making. I suppose that's one way of summing it up. Is that gate gonna open, or is it good, bruh? Are we alright without it? Is that the problemo over here? Looks like I got to hunt down 7 charms some other way. Without gates being away, that is. Kind of hard to do when there's nothing but gates in the way, it feels like. Yeah, onomatopoeia, very interesting literary technique, that's for sure. One that I very often like taking advantage of, especially when BANG! Involved. At the end of the day, you say bang out loud and it sounds exactly like a bang. Well, it sounds exactly like bang does in of itself. Anyway, we circled all the way right round, baby, right round. Okay. Oh, crap. So we've hit the button to unleash the gates, but I have no bomb to open that wall with. I need to find the nearest one. Is it over here? No, this is the teleporter, which is going to take me back here. Oh, there's a gate there. Of course there is. That completely ruined the shortcut. Okay, let's grab this bomb. See where this teleporter is going to take us. Oh, here we go. These charms will do. We didn't even need charms behind that gate in the end. I was worried about not being able to circle around in time, but in the end, we made it work and got our 9 elemental power from it all. Talk about cutting it close right now. I never expected Flameslinger's challenge to be one that we cut close of all things. His challenge generally tends to be quite easy. So that all being said and done, quite literally, we have Operation Sheep Freedom Boomers. Heroic challenge, and Boomer is notorious in this game for being one of the best scammers straight out of the box. You don't even need to upgrade him, and he will absolutely annihilate enemies right from the get-go. That's what's great about Boomer for you. Anyway, we're not playing with Boomer, we're playing with Trigger Happy, so let's free some sheep. Here's our first pen. We can just destroy it by hitting it. That's glorious.
Rescued.
Not a big fan of overly played out cutscene drama for the sake of drama, really. But oh well, what are you gonna do about it? Just hack the game and remove the code in? I can do that. So there is actually a hacking available for Skylanders because people actually made a mod where they retextured everything and called it the M mod. In other words, it's a meme mod that is totally cursed. And its humour, its style, it's branded, and that's what makes the M mod so glorious. It's even got Scott Wars textures everywhere because the developers of that mod were a huge fan of his content. He even made a Toys to Life video. At long last, he constantly, you know, jokes around about Skylanders in a lot of his videos. It's always great to see Skylanders appear in places, even if it is just for a sketch of popular YouTubers like Scott Wars. But Skylanders is always something I welcome and love to see. Oh wow, that's another pen, that was quick.
Sheep rescued.
But yeah, he made an entire video dedicated to Toys for Life. He spent a grand majority of that on Skylanders. He did obviously talk about other Toys for Life like Amiibo, Disney Infinity, Lego Dimensions. But a grand majority of it was spent on Skylanders, and Skylanders was definitely the thing throughout the video that he seemed to have the most praise for, the most respect for. So just hearing Scott Wars actually compliment these games that he often uses for comedy sketch just goes to show that most of the time when you're joking about something, it's just because you respect it in the first place. It's like friends, you joke around, you have banter, you insult each other to your faces because you know that deep down the person actually respects you and they wouldn't make that joke at your expense in the first place if they didn't think that you could handle it well and that you would take it seriously, because that's all what a joke and an insult to one's face is, at least in British culture. Like, in British culture, when we don't like you, we talk about insults behind your back.
Heroic challenge complete.
But
excellent job.
When we insult you to your face, it's a joke. We're you know, trying to laugh with you, not at you. A little bit of British culture for you right there, but now get a move on for yet another Locke challenge. And this time is gonna be for none other than, reveal please, bum bum bum, Gil Grunt with Jailbreak. And this is actually going to be our final heroic challenge of the video. Ooh, I'm excited. So that means that in 6 hours from now, you get to bear witness the finale of the Skylanders Spyro Adventure Social series here on the channel. What an exciting moment in time that would be, because as of recording these episodes, which have all been done back to back, by the way, the previous episode and this one, that is. Watch out for rockets. Yeah, so doing these all back to back, and it's just been such an experience. But technically, as of the recording of this, it would have been my first ever Soul Seekers to complete. SWAT 4 Soul Seekers will have been completed first because that live stream is occurring on Sunday. I'm recording this on Thursday of the same week as that finale of SWAT 4 Soul Seekers. But still, it's insane to complete Soul Seekers for the first time, and then later in the week I'm going to finish recording Giants and begin recording for Trap Team Soul Seekers. It's just so much bizarre content, and bizarre in the fact that it's coming and going so damn quickly. These are being released twice a week. We're getting through, you know, 28 episodes this is going to have in total, which is still I want to say 13 weeks, that's not half of 28. Math is hard when I'm trying to deal with all this. It's 14 weeks worth of Soul Seekers, and man, it has been one hell of a journey. I need to push this out of the way so then I can come back here and actually push things in the correct manner so they can be traversed over to where this key is at. Sweet. Yeah, I don't want to soft lock myself, which is exactly what I'm doing over here. Inconvenient how you can't jump. I would have personally put a bounce pad on the inside of those turtles in case you wound up accidentally soft locking yourself there. Okay, this guy can be pushed up there. You can come up here. Boom. I actually need to bounce up here as well while I'm at it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, apparently I didn't quite slip that in enough, Owner.
1 minute
Did we
remaining.
come from this direction? I can't quite remember. And now I'm only just realising that that Marbu PNG is so cursed. Look at that smile. That smile is zapping into my soul. Like, honestly, I feel my soul being taken, just eaten right on my chest and gobbled up by that there smile. That smile is straight from a horror film, that is. That is the most horrific, terrifying smile I've ever seen in my life. And that's being compared against some very horrific, terrifying smiles I've seen my own smile, for Pete's sake. So, given how long and rich that history is, that is really saying something. And now what I need to do is I need to find another fucking key and a cage in the next 20 seconds. This is, shit. Shit is what it is. Oh my god, there's a key back there.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it in time. 2, 1. Especially if I forget to grab the key along the way. Oh, that is annoying. But I promise you guys we was going to beat this challenge before ending off the episode, and I'm going to stick to that promise. So how about we try this challenge again, and this time we conduct it with a little less failure. I like this one. Though I do wish we could skip Callie's dialogue, because getting to hear the same deep stew and over again, it comes to the point of such raw necessity. I don't know the word for past tense for unnecessary. Unnecessity, that's it. That's what it becomes. Such unnecessity, which now is a really fun word now that I think about it. Okay, let's open this up. Destroy some crates for looking at me funny. Garner myself another key, don't mind if we do. We're going to head back here first things first though. This time, let's not forget about the key that can use to open up the cage. Somehow I missed this in the previous challenge, and that is ultimately what cost us our victory. Okay, let's open him up. Get the teleporter. Oh, it brings us all the way back here. Now that is convenient, because it means we can... we can't quite squeeze past the rock in a hard place. So yeah, that's like we're going around it instead. It's as they say, rocks are the most powerful known substance in the whole universe. Horizon Zero Dawn proves that perfectly. The rocks are just so damn broken in that game. I have no idea what the developers were conceiving of when they made the rocks as stupid overpowered as they were. Like, seriously, games need some balance, folks. So coming in and making rocks that overpowered, why would I use anything else when I have rocks, right? Okay, that guy's going down. He gave us a key. How very generous. Now let's hit this guy up. Boom, baby. I didn't just soft myself, did I? No, I did not. Thank goodness for that. Because we can push that guy away. Grab ourselves yet another key. Yeah, that's much welcomed indeed. Then we can bounce on up here and take things diagonally, as Harry Potter says in the Chamber of Secrets. How do you mix up Diagon Alley for diagonally? I get that the chap is a 12-year-old Brit, but come on, man. I had speech problems for the first 8 years of my life or so, and I struggled with pronunciation of certain words, but even I can say Diagon Alley at that age.
Heroic challenge complete.
Speech therapy isn't the end of the world though, you know, not the be all and end all, and look at me now!
Wow.
I'd like to think my speech is just fine, given that I speak whilst playing a game for half an hour straight and make a living out of it. So here we are. Are we going to play another room challenge? Oh yes we are, but we are going to save that for the finale. With that being said and done, this video is coming to an end, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. By merely clicking on this video, you've shown support and helped it garner recognition so it can reach many other viewers here on YouTube. I'd love to see you take the extra step and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Also be sure to comment below and push that subscribe button whilst you're down there. By clicking elsewhere on screen, you can either check out a video that's specifically picked out for you, or you can check out the rest of the playlist for a series you just watched. Before ending off, I'd like to thank all of my Blazing Knights and Scorching Dragons whose support help make these videos possible. I'll be seeing you in the next video, and until that moment arises, peace!